Have you ever been heard of an old cemetery turned into a mall? Well, here's a story of the same situation. The town of Ravenswood, perched precariously between the veil of civilization and the mysteries of the forgotten old world, was a normally peaceful town. That was until the day they decided to demolish the archaic Ravenswood Cemetery for the development of a new shopping center, the Cobweb Mall. Resting in the heart of town, the cemetery was a symbol of reverence. Ancient, withered gravestones climbed out, like crooked teeth from the maw of a slumbering beast. No one dared to believe that they would replace this hallowed ground with consumerism. Yet, the rumble of bulldozers and cawing of disturbed ravens filled the air. One by one, the stones crumbled. What once was a resting place for the departed turned soon into the skeleton of consumer indulgence, the mall. As soon as the mall went operational, a string of joy spread in Ravenswood. Locals bustled in and out of the exotic stores, ripping the town off its quiet demeanor. However, when sunlight gave way to the darkness, the mall turned into something more sinister. Every night, the security guards would report instances of uncanny phenomena, flickering lights, spooky sounds, and the overwhelming feelings of sorrow that seemed to cling to the air. Most shrugged it off as mere imagination, until Andre, the bravest security guard, had an encounter that left Ravenswood with chills. One uneventful night transformed into a horrific experience as Andre reported hearing the agonizing cries of a woman from the store named Lustrous Linen. Trying to gather his wits, he decided to investigate. The sight that met his eyes would mark the beginning of the town's descent into terror. A ghostly woman, dressed in an antiquated wedding dress, was clutching at an invisible gravestone, her wails echoing through the emptiness. As the nights passed, the stories grew terrifying. Phantom shoppers browsing in stores, spectral children crying in the toy section, and party-goers dancing to the vintage music in the music store. Their ghastly figures filled the overnight surveillance tapes. Suddenly, the chatter in Ravenswood wasn't just about shopping anymore. It was about the spectral takeover of the mall. The local council was torn between disbelief and terror. They employed mediums and parapsychologists, hoping to communicate with the spirits. The seances held in the mall revealed that the spirits were the very residents of the demolished cemetery, unceremoniously removed from their eternal rest. In the gallows of Cobweb Mall, the veil between the living and the dead seemed to be growing ever so thin. The unrest of the spirits transformed it into a place where people came to grips with the unseen and the unknown, their connection to the past sewn deeper into the fabric of the community than ever before. As the hauntings became an irrevocable part of the town's reputation, the council turned the mall into a different kind of attraction. Ravenswood became known for the mall where one could shop and, potentially, see a ghost. Now Ravenswood isn't a peaceful town anymore. Every night, mall lights would flicker, music from untouched pianos would creep out, unable to drown the echoes of lost souls. The old cemetery was gone, and in its place was the haunting reminder that Ravenswood's past wasn't buried as deeply as they initially prized. And every night in the heart of town, the Cobweb Mall would bustle anew, inhabited by the spectral shoppers of yesteryears, adding an eerie rhythm to the march of time in the town of Ravenswood.